Yo, what's good, Insanity family? Troublemaker here. And yeah, I'm here to bring you the movie review for Spotlight. Alright, so for those that don't know, this movie, I believe it premiered in TIFF as well. It's based on true events. And it takes place in Boston, where where the Metro newspaper, they have different teams to report on said stories and whatnot. And so there's this like four-person group called Spotlight, where they take a subject, they focus on it. They'll maybe find 2 months to really track it down, and then spend a year researching it in order to get a proper story on it or something like that. And this particular movie was based around the Catholic Church and priests molesting children. Now, this movie was heavily intense, I will tell you. I'm not sure how long it's been out, so I don't know how many reviews you've actually seen. I will tell you this though, it's a pretty intense movie. Just from the reactions of the actors that played the victims. I don't know if they're even the real actors. If they are, like, they are brave individuals for sure. But the one of the real subjects we have to focus on here is how crummy this is. That if the accusations in the movie are true, how insane it is. Because take this in. I just want to point out, hey, if you have not seen the movie yet, stop watching this because I will spoil it. Okay, straight up. Okay, so hopefully those that did not see the movie yet stopped. All right, so at the end, honestly, you kind of come to realization that hey, the documents that Spotlight was looking for actually did reveal that the church knew of the allegations against the priests, and they did nothing about it. Furthermore, it turns out that the main priest that did molest many of children way back in the day, and I believe he might have been like the Grand Pope at the time or whatnot, at least over in Boston, when he was confronted by by one of the reporters of Spotlight, he said that he too was molested as a child. And so when he did molest these children, he actually got no pleasure out of it. And for some reason, he had some kind of rationalization as to why he did it. But in the movie, what happens is that this priest's sister, comes out and, sends the reporter away and goes, "I'm his sister, leave now. You don't talk to him, don't ask him about this stuff and whatever." Now, honestly, like, other parts of this movie, like, you hear you hear from the victims, like exactly what happened to them. Some of them, like, there was one guy, like, he knew he was gay, and like somehow, like, the priest still talked him into some of this stuff. It was just, honestly, it's awful. It's disgusting. There was so many, like, at the end of the day, you realize there was like at least like 87 accounts of priests molesting children, but it goes way back to like this 1960s and stuff like that. It's a very disturbing piece of evidence and stuff. Now here's the kicker. Okay, so ironically, in the movie, the timeline setting is, they were gonna release this story, Spotlight in the Metro were gonna release this story the week that 9/11 happened. Sorry, I have something in my nose. It looks kind of gross. Sorry. Yeah, so the week that 9/11 happened, and I think, ironically, like 9/11 happened, and then they had to like stop focusing on that story, focus on 9/11. At the same time, you had like the priest on the TV just trying to calm America down, tell everyone, there's no racist issues here. Doesn't matter what your religion is. We all want peace, stuff like that, and in the movie, they pretty much go on and say, we can't run this child molesting story from about the priests until maybe after after Christmas, because we can't run it on right after 9/11 because it's too intense. Can't run it around Christmas because like 9/11 just happened that same year, so they'll run it a little after New Year's. The movie itself, it touches on other organizations. Like there's something called SNAP. That's for victims that want to come forward and basically just confront the fact that they were molested by priests. And then oddly enough, there was something that I don't think I paid or that clicked with me, but there was something in the movie that goes, you know what? Back when this original story first broke out, apparently a bunch of information was sent to the what do you call it? To the Metro, but it got buried. You know what I mean? So they didn't, they weren't I guess so gravitated towards it or whatever. So they just kind of left it alone. But now I'm gonna jump onto a topic that's pay attention to this, because the point is the Catholic Church knew it was happening, but they they'll come against you to hush it, because the thing is the church does a lot of good for Boston and a lot of the world and stuff, and giving people a belief system, letting people know that they'll be okay. So it sends a lot of good vibes out there, but a dark undertone to it is ridiculous, because it's just this child molesting stuff. They try to just hush and cover it up, because when you think about it, right, the church is kind of up there with government organizations and the police and all that. And so really what this movie boiled down to is they wanted these documents that the church had under lock to be public. And if they were going to move a motion to make those documents public, it looks like they were trying to sue the church, and that wasn't going to fly, because when you hear someone go, "I'm going to sue the church," you're going to be like, "What? Is that even going to work? What does that mean?" Off the bat, you're thinking, "Oh, I don't know if that's going to work out so well, whatever." So it's I gave you a lot of information about this film. This film is intense. Something really completely off topic though. While we were watching this film out in Fairview Mall, shout out to Fairview Mall, Silver City. Shout out to Steve working there. Whoop whoop, buddy. Basically, we heard this really really weird drilling sound, and I went out once. I told the guy ripping the tickets, I said there's this weird drilling, grinding sound. And then he sent two people in there, and when they came in one after the other, they thought it was the film, so they heard nothing. And then so I went back and they said, "You know what? I noticed two staff members came in, but still nothing was popping." And then they didn't hear the sound, and ironically it happened as soon as they left again. So then they sent this other lady. She came in with me, and then she hears a vibration. That's a sound effects in the movie. She's like, "Is that what you're talking about?" I'm like, no. I said, "Come sit near us and you'll hear it." So she comes, she sits near us, and she does hear it, and she goes, "I'm really sorry. There's no construction. I don't know what's going on today." She's like, "We'll try to get you guys some free tickets just to make up for this inconvenience." And then later, we went back. Once the movie was done, we went back, and yes, they provided us with the free tickets. Shout out to Cineplex, thank you. But it turns out that there was different type of construction they were not aware about going on. So that's pretty much what was going on with that. That was kind of scary though. It's what is that noise? Okay, so so that was a little side note. But man, this movie, Spotlight, is so intense. One of the craziest dramas I've ever seen. I highly recommend it. Honestly, it's well deserving of a 5 out of 5 stars. It's dark, it's emotional, and it really gets you thinking about how this twisted world works sometimes, So let's just try to do the right thing, guys, and stay positive. And if you think you see some whack activity that's going on around you, try to report it to the correct people and get the correct people on your side. Maybe the media is your best shot and choice sometimes. That's enough for me. My name's Troublemaker. This is the Spotlight movie review. Thank you for watching. I just posted up on my Instagram my ticket saying the review's coming, so the review's here. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, is Dan the Man, aka Troublemaker, all one word, all small letters. Alright, that's a plug for me. I'm out this piece. Peace!